probably got it. We have all kinds of things." The boy took a step forward. Instead of heading into the shiny toy-centric section, he walked toward the wall hung with local artwork. He stopped in front of a painting of a battered boat at sea and peered at it. The boy's back was to Mir, his hands stuffed in his jacket pockets. He was tall and bent forward at the waist so he could better see the paintings. Curious, Mir stared at the back of his head. Paintings of artfully distressed maritime objects from the Canadian East Coast were popular among a certain kind of Sanford tourist. But this boy didn't look anything like that demographic. The boy straightened and quickly stepped to his right to study another painting. Mir blinked, then tore herself away from staring. These comics wouldn't alphabetize themselves. Mir pulled the remaining misshelved comics from the bookcase, carefully slipping each book back in its appropriate spot. She lined up the cheerful, brightly colored spines of the kids' graphic novels, stacked the Hellboy collections in a neat row of black and red, and was just finishing sorting the superhero comics when the boy spoke behind her. "Is this the TomorrowMen?" Mir looked up. He was still bent forward, peering intently at a painting of two superheroes, a man and a woman, standing on the edge of a building. The man seemed to shine like a beacon in the painting. He was dressed in red and gold, and his red cape swirled around him, caught by an unseen breeze. His face was bare. He didn't hide his identity with a mask. The woman was painted with more subtle colors, her costume muted purples and golds. She wore a cat's eye mask, and her dark hair swirled upward in a fantastic 1960s updo. Mir's mother, Stella, had made the painting. Mir stood up, rolled down the sleeves on her work shirt, and walked toward the boy. "Yeah, it's Skylark and Skybound, the two most powerful TomorrowMen." Mir felt a twinge of annoyance at his interest in the painting. She remembered the fight she'd had with her mother over it, how she'd yelled that it didn't make sense for Stella to sell her artwork if she was going to charge so little. Stella could charge hundreds of dollars if she wanted to. She knew that there were TomorrowMen mad collectors out there, eager to spend real money on original artwork of Skylark and Skybound. But Mir's mother had remained resolute, stubbornly devoted to her price no matter how much Mir yelled. "You have a bunch of TomorrowMen stuff here," the boy said, his arm sweeping back to take in the shiny, toy-infested section of the Emporium of Wonders. "But I wasn't expecting original art. It's really cool." "Yeah, it is," said Mir. She did think the painting was cool. She loved how her mother painted, how she mixed her colors and used reds and browns and purples to blend the perfect skin tone, how she edged her figures with the tiniest bit of yellow, like they were radiating light. She wished she could stop fighting with her mother about her art. "I like that they're in their original costumes," the boy said. He pointed at Skylark's outfit, a snug bodysuit with tall boots and a waist-length cape. "They've had, what, like 50 costumes in the comics over the last 40 years? But there's something perfect about the original costumes. Definitely my favorite." "They're pretty great," agreed Mir. The boy turned away from her, hands stuck back in his jacket pockets, and stared at the two figures in the painting. "I wish they were using these costumes in the movie," he said. Mir smiled, grateful. "I wish they were too," she said. "Have you seen the latest stills from the movie? They got rid of Skybound's cape." Mir had seen every leaked image from the upcoming movie, every stolen shot of the actors filming on the streets of New York. She'd cringed at Skylark's dull gray and black costume and Skybound's capeless shoulders. They hadn't looked anything like the characters she knew. The comic book weirdness and bright colors leached out of them. "It's a tragedy," the boy said, solemnly shaking his head. "He just doesn't look right without the cape." "He doesn't," Mir said. "I keep hoping the filmmakers will change the costumes before the movie comes out," he said. "It's not out until next year, so there's still time." The boy smiled at her, and the hairs on the back of Mir's neck stood up. His smile was wide and gorgeous, and the air around him seemed to brighten because of it. "Maybe," Mir said, feeling generous so close to this boy's